15 News, the early edition. News from the Grand Strand to the Sandhills.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Al Klensch.
And I'm Jan Pate. Investigations and allegations in Marion County top our news this evening.
Marion County's Department of Social Services and its director, Bert Strickland, have been the subjects of 2 investigations into the possible misuse of state property and employee misconduct. The most recent investigation was completed in September by the State Department of Social Services. Members of Marion County's DSS board have read the report and are expected to deal with the alleged violations as well as to decide on any disciplinary action at a meeting this evening. 15 News reporter Randall King joins us now with details of this investigation. Randy?
Al, 15 News has recently obtained a copy of the investigation report. The investigation centered around complaints involving the alleged misuse of funds and vehicles and employee misconduct. The report does not say whether DSS policy was violated, but there are strong indications it was. At the center of the controversy is Marion County DSS Director Bert Strickland. One allegation concerned the use of DSS phones by Strickland and select employees for personal use. A test analysis of calls made over a 36-month period revealed that over 200 calls were made that appeared to have been personal in nature. The report also showed that a car donated to the department in December of 1982 was later sold. Strickland turned over $100 in cash and receipt for the sale of the car to the county in March of 1983. But State Highway Department records show that the car was sold in January of '83 for $200. And under employee misconduct, the report cites the testimony that several former employees stated that they had seen Strickland drinking during working hours at the office. The summary of the report stated that there was not found any apparent violation of state law, with the possible exception of Strickland's handling of the donated automobile. Now the matter is before the members of the county DSS board. They are the ones responsible for any disciplinary action. Acting board chairman A.L. Nichols told 15 News today he feels Strickland has done an outstanding job in his position.
I don't know anything about these other allegations and affidavits or what have you, but I do know from my observation of his work that he was on top of it.
Meanwhile, board member Ruth Townsend said the board should follow department guidelines.
It is my opinion that we apply all the rules and regulations to all staff or members fairly and impartially.
DSS Director Strickland was not available for comment today, and officials from the state DSS are leaving the matter in the hands of the county board. The matter is not on the agenda of tonight's board meeting, but Chairman Nichols told me it will be taken up under unscheduled business. I'll be in Marion tonight, and we'll have details of the meeting on 15 News at 11.
Randy, thank you. We will look for that. Jan?
6th District. Reporter Clay Williams joins us now with the first of those profiles. Clay?
Thank you, Jan. Republican Lois Ergel likes to point out that she's won every political race she's ever run, but the Horry County State Representative is now involved in her toughest race yet. 48-year-old Horry County native Lois Ergel began her quest last March and beat fellow Republican Jim Maurer in the party's June primary. Ergel carried all 10 counties of the district with a 2-to-1 margin. Throughout the campaign, the Democrat-turned-Republican has made a point of saying that she is first a mother, grandmother, and wife.
Our country was founded on the family, and I feel like that whenever the family fails, then America fails. And a good sound family, I think, is a good foundation for any career or any vocation.
Ergel and her campaign staff have spent many hours on the road in her bid to unseat incumbent Democrat Congressman Robin Talon. Now, religion and politics is a touchy subject with some politicians, but Ergel says she appreciates the religious group's involvement in politics in general.
I mean, you know, encouraging their members to get out and vote, to be sure that you know the candidates that are running and that you make a choice for the one that you feel like best represents your views.
September's WPDE Sun News poll showed Ergel trailing her Democratic opponent 53 to 14%. 32% of the poll respondents were undecided, but Ergel sees a strong Republican showing on November 6th.
In the phone banks, you call, and if someone's going to vote, you know, for Reagan, Thurman, Ergel, you say, well, I guess that you are a Republican. No, I'm a Democrat, and I'm voting Republican.
Urgel has been quick to point out that her 8 years in the State House means she has more lawmaking experience than Talon. Her campaign rhetoric blasts Talon for what she calls poor delivery of constituent services.
In Horry County, he has closed up his office in Myrtle Beach. He closed up half of his office in Conway.
Urgel has tied Talon to Mondale, calling him the most liberal congressman in South Carolina. But Urgel has wasted no time in tying her own campaign to a popular Republican presidential ticket. In addition to profiling the congressional candidates, we'll also be taking a look at the 6 amendments to the state constitution that will be on next Tuesday's ballot. Tonight, amendment number 4, the long...
Details of the sale of Florence's Union Carbide facility are topping our news this evening.
We first told you of the transaction last night. The welding and cutting business of Union Carbide's Lindy division will be sold to a group of private investors. Union Carbide made the formal announcement today, and 15 News reporter Randall King is standing by with 15 on the scene at the Carbide plant. Randy?
Uze, company officials say this sale has been in the works since late last year. When it's completed, the production of cutting and welding units like that you see going on behind me here will continue. In fact, Florence plant will become the world headquarters of the new company. About 700 people are employed at the Florence Lindy plant, one of 6 Union Carbide operations in North America producing welding and cutting systems. That part of the Lindy division will be sold by the end of the year to private investors. Florence plant general manager Dixie Count says little change will occur when the ownership changes hands.
Yeah, this plant, Florence Lindy Welding Equipment Plant, should be business as usual. There are no plans to change the personnel. There are no layoff plans. There are no plans to change the benefits or the wages of the employees we have here.
The Union Carbide Corporation decided late in 1983 to sell the welding and cutting business because it didn't fit the portfolio of the corporation or the direction of its long-range plans. And Count says when the change is made, the status of the Florence plant will be enhanced.
Florence will become the world headquarters of this new company. The new company will have sales about $150 million, and we'll also be hiring probably 20 or 25 administrative and clerical type people to do the corporate work that has to be done, that now has been done by Union Carbide.
Management officials here at the plant met with employees yesterday to assure them that there will be no layoffs, pay cuts, or benefit reductions when the new ownership takes over. In fact, Dixie Counts told me earlier today that the new owners want the changeover to be as transparent as possible to the employees and to the public. And because of that, the Lindy name will still go on all welding and cutting products that are made here. Reporting live from the Union Carbide plant in Florence, Randall King, 15 on the scene.
Thanks, Randy. Stay